Welcome back to another video where we are fighting the markets. So we just had NFP, and I want us to dive deep and see what's been happening with the nasdaq. So yeah, we had a buy, we had a bullish setup earlier on, and this is how it looked. It was a simple continuation structure where this was the area we were trying to buy, right? And this is the results. As you can see, we had a huge momentum to the upside. Good impulse. So, anyways, if you guys are interested on following our setups page, it is Manandothegoat underscore setups on Instagram. We post setups and forex related topics. So today we had NFP around 2:30, right? Very high impact news, very high fundamentals. So previously in the last episode, we were discussing this setup, and I mentioned that the price is gonna possibly break out of this zone, basically this consolidation between this resistance and this support. So I'm gonna add the clip right now. It seems like the market is still ranging within these two levels: this support and this resistance right there. And we're only for 3 days away, so it could happen that by the time it's Friday, the market would have broke out of this correction. Okay, so since we had the market breaking out on the upside, giving us this huge momentum. So remember, in the previous video, I basically broke it down and discussed how the price moves in two phases, which is an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. So that is what we had. From this point, we had an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. So these corrections are structures that we trade, and we try to catch the next impulse. So it's pretty straightforward when it comes to the structure itself. It's a very basic continuation correction to the upside. And remember, when we are dealing with a buy on our structure, we only focus on the support, right? And the number of touches that we need on our trend lines, whether it's the support or resistance, but in this case, we're focusing on the support, right? We need at least, three touches. So here we had our first, and we had our second. Here we had the third touch. Remember, third touch always has the highest probability. This will always play out. So the thing is, when it comes to the entry, we must only focus once this touch has been completed. So once we do get the third touch, that is the only time when we'll start looking for entries. So today NFP was actually very interesting, but I wouldn't say unique, because it usually plays out this way. So initially we had a sell, and then the price rejected, and then it bought, and then I guess it rejected again and closed right there. Since I knew that we had this third touch to create, so that we can get, the up movement. I didn't really trade NFP, so I waited this out, and then we did get that spike to the downside, giving us that third touch, and then the price did its thing. So before I entered, because you guys can see, this is basically like, it almost looks like a doji, so we're gonna consider it as a reversal candlestick. And remember, when it comes to our third touch, what we want to see is the price rejecting. So we'll see rejections by this long wick or pin, and then right after the rejection, what we want to see is the price giving us a reversal candlestick. So a reversal candlestick will be this doji, the body of it. And then the next thing that we want to see is the price giving us a bullish candlestick right after the reversal candlestick, right? So a bullish candlestick is a buy candlestick. But then you can see the next candlestick that we had was a bearish candlestick. So that meant that, okay, the price is not ready for the buy. So we had to, just stay off from the charts and just observe. And then the next candlestick was bearish as well, but then it was small. And all of a sudden we get a big bullish candle. So if you can zoom in, so you can see that these are not really on the same level. This one is much lower, so which means this is an engulfing candlestick. And if you know your candlesticks, an engulfing candlestick is a nice reversal candlestick. So that's when we knew, okay, now our buy is ready. And if we actually look at the structure right here, it's a correction, yes, but then you must look at where the price comes from prior to that correction. It's coming from the low, right? So which means this is a nice bullish impulse to the upside. And then the market corrected. So obviously the next phase of the market movement is an impulse, and we are predicting our buys, and that just goes hand in hand. You must always know where your correction is from so that it can tell you the next move, because this move, this impulse to the upside, with the addition with this correction, it tells you that yes, it's going to continue going up, because this is a continuation correction, and the previous impulse was a impulse from the downside, right? So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. And if we do count the number of touches on this small correction, it's basically 3 touches as well. Third touch being this part right there. And right after that candle, it bought. So I'm gonna add a recording from my MetaTrader right now. So that's basically where I entered, and this is where I got out fairly, very early actually. But it is what it is. It's a real account. This is just to show you how I executed, where I got in exactly on the MetaTrader account instead of just showing it on TradingView. But yeah, that is the buy on nasdaq. It's not necessarily NFP movement, but as you can see, it's way greater than what NFP did, just those small little movements. So this just shows you that sometimes you don't really have to hop on the hype of trading fundamentals. Sometimes fundamentals, they don't really pay out as much as how you would normally trade without the fundamentals, right? So you can see this movement is way much bigger than what NFP did. So yeah, I think this is it for today's video. It's just a quick video on update of the event that we had today. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys on the next episode.